Hi there! Thanks for clicking on my video. Today I'm going to talk about how to find the volume of a sphere, which is this 3D shape right here. You can imagine it as a ball shape. So first we need to know the formula. So I'm going to write V to stand for volume, and that is going to equal 4/3 times pi times r cubed. Now, what does all this gibberish looking stuff say? Well, 4/3 is a fraction, which you can think of as 1 and 1/3. And then pi is a constant that has an infinite number of decimal places, but we're just going to round it to the nearest 2 decimal places. So we're going to say pi equals 3.14 just for this video. And then r is our radius. The radius is the distance from the center of the sphere to the outside of the sphere. So I'm going to zoom in here and draw some lines to show that all of these lines have the same distance. So all of these lines could be r. Now that's kind of messy, so I'm going to clean up my drawing a bit, and we'll just focus on this line. And let's say the radius equals 2 inches. Alright, so now we have everything we need to compute the volume. What I like to do is plug in r, which we know as 2 inches, and then I would pull out my handy dandy calculator and plug all these numbers in. Now, on a calculator, you have to be careful with parentheses. So what I like to do is first put 4/3 in parentheses, then multiply that by 3.14, and then multiply that by parentheses 2 to the power of 3. And I like to put the parentheses around 2 to the power of 3, just in case, so that every term is separated as it should be. Now, if you can't find this exponent symbol on your calculator, you can also write this with the 2's as 2 times 2 times 2, like this. Alright, and then after plugging all this into our calculator, we get 33.493333 repeating. So I'm just going to round that to 2 decimal places and say my answer is 33.49. And, well, what are our units? We can't forget about that. So recall earlier how we plugged in inches here and we cubed it. So we're going to put these units as inches cubed. Now, if you're ever stuck and you're not sure what units to put, always remember that volume is measured in units cubed, whether that's centimeters cubed or inches cubed or even miles cubed or feet cubed. Whatever you want will always be cubed. Hope this helped, and thanks for watching.